Welcome everyone back to the European Journeyman save. In today's episode, we have two fixtures in the Slovenian First Division. We're at home to Mura and we're away to league leaders Olympia. Since you last left us, we have dropped off top spot, but we do have a game in hand. Olympia are really doing well. They're smashing it. Obviously, you can see there's like some losses in here, but those are friendlies and stuff like that. In the league, they've not lost in a while. They are very much winners most times out. So very important game that we actually beat them. We do have a game before that though. We were meant to play Ramdolj in Olympia today, but the Mura game was delayed from a waterlogged pitch. So last time you left us, we played Illuminage and Maribor, won back-to-back games, really good. We then drew 1-1 with Bravo before beating Domžale and Kelj over 2 games there. We had our little mid-season break, but clearly we hadn't prepared enough because we did lose 1-0 to bottom of the league Ramdolj. So that was really disappointing. Lots has happened in the transfer window, so we'll cover it all. First of all, the exits. Dosis has went to Islok of Belarus for 66k. Zanbesha has left to SC Ashdod of Israel for 17.5k. Kosh, one of our youngsters, has just left on a free to another Slovenian club, and Valletta has went to Bravo for £28,000. That does mean we are a little bit light. A couple of the players have also been recalled, so Vogrinčić is still here, Kavelj is still here, but Bukovac has been recalled. He is gone, as has... No, Milicic is still here. Who's the other one? Is it just Bukovac? I think it's just Bukovac who's been recalled. Other than that, we've signed a couple players. One before the window was Felix Agu. He is a Nigerian 26-year-old right-back. He is an EU national because he's been pretty much playing his entire career in Germany. As you can see, been playing for Osnabrück in the lower leagues before then moving to SV Werder Bremen, playing some games in the Bundesliga. Not playing very well, but that's quite a step up for where he's playing now. We've then signed CJ Egan Riley. He's a 23-year-old defensive midfielder on a £900 a week deal till next season. I think Agu is pretty similar, £875 till next season. He is our second choice ball winning midfielder now. He can also play centre back, he can play right back, so just a good useful player to have. He is Irish, so he counts as an EU national because Ireland obviously not part of the UK, or at least the Republic of Ireland. So Man City youngster, spent some time at Burnley, had some loans over in Scotland, but never really got himself a permanent move anywhere. We then signed Gal Goranak. He is a Slovenian 22-year-old. He's been available all summer. For some reason, no one snapped him up. We managed to get him on quite a cheap deal, £675 a week till next season, and he's a Star League player, could improve significantly. Looks really good. He was pretty much he's played his whole entire career in Slovenia, played for Maribor, and then recently Illuminage in the First League as well. And then the last one, a name you're probably all familiar with, a WONDERKID gone bad. Emre Mor, 28-year-old Turkish winger, joins us on an £875 a week deal till the end of next season. He's got a high valuation, so if anyone wants to offer something like that, that would be great. He's Turkish, so of course qualifies as an EU national. He's played all over, formerly of Dortmund, Celta Vigo, and then recently was at Fenerbahce. Hasn't played a lot in a while, so we will give him some time. But that means that this is what the team kind of looks like these days. Vogrinčić's loan is done in 2 days, so he'll be gone shortly in this episode, as will Milicic. So both of their loans we couldn't extend. We already have Kavelj till the end of the season, so don't need to worry about him. Bukovac got recalled, so unfortunately we didn't have an option. We are now, with Valletta gone, with Bukovac gone, and with Vogrinčić gone soon, we are pretty light in terms of under 21 players. So we've called up Sandy Kankar. He is the only one with any kind of ability. He's got a little bit of potential. He is currently a third league player, so 2 divisions down. He will obviously be the one that we'll have to start. We'll probably have to go against my rule, which was not a rule, but I kind of didn't want to put players in the team just to remove them, but that's kind of what we will probably have to do. I'll probably have to sub him off quite early. We might give him time though, and if he's okay, you never know, we might play him. But this is the team that we're going with for the Mura game. We've got Kursija in goal, back 4 of Agu, Kavelj, Bernardo and Danuzzo, midfield 2 of Faye and Murillo, Diarra and Pajaro on the wing, and then Zizek and Vogrinčić playing his last game for the club up top. We will obviously take Vogrinčić off, and then Kankar will have to just replace him as the under-21 player, and we'll just have to kind of figure our way around it, because I think we will probably want to take him off. Irabiso probably be the normal striker after that. This is our game in hand, so if we could win this today, we would go back to top of the league. A draw or a loss will see us finish second. It looks like it's going to be a two-legged tie now, or a two-legged race, should I say, between us and Olympia for who's going to win the league. So we really need to get back to winning ways, because we've been doing okay, but yeah, just the odd defeat here and there. I do think top 4 is looking very, very, very comfortable now. I think we'll definitely finish in a top 4 place. Again, top 4 not a guarantee for Europe. You really need to get top 3 for that, because obviously the winner of the Slovenian Cup would take one of those spots, and because there's only 4 teams who qualify, it's quite likely someone like a Maribor or even a Bravo, Domžal, Illuminage, any of those teams in our division. I mean, it was won by a second division team last year, so there's no guarantee that 4th will get you it. So we really need to be finishing top 3, but I think looking at it, we should be okay. We still obviously will be challenging for the title. But yeah, I mean, if we get top 3 as newly promoted, I think that's a decent season. We do need obviously some cash coming in. We do have cash flow problems at the minute. We are about £500,000 in debt. Well, not in debt, but in the negative. Obviously, that's not great. And we definitely need to try and get back to a positive, and obviously finishing top of the league and getting Champions League qualification and all that money that comes with that. That would be ideal. Obviously, you get money on just round appearances for the qualifiers. So if we could get to a Conference League group stage or something, that's a game changer for us financially. But even just getting far in the qualifiers to like the playoff or something, that's good money, regardless of what level you're at for us. But not a great half of football for us. Alison Faye not doing well, so we'll bring Egan Riley on. First time you will see him. He has made his debut. He didn't look great. We'll also bring Irabiso on, because again, we need to think future plan, because we won't have Vogrincic anymore after tomorrow. We tried to extend his loan, but Maribor want to play him, want to put him in the first team, which makes sense. He's a good player, and for an under-21 player that you have to have, definitely one you'd want. Murillo now on the turn, on the edge of the box. He definitely needs to up his game in terms of getting goals and assists, because one thing he does get is usually quite a good rating, but which is good, which is great, but we definitely need to see a little bit more from him in terms of end product. But he did okay there, and we did win the corner, but nothing has come of it so far. Murillo now, can he make it more this time? He can't. Plays Egan Riley in, who then plays Agu in, gets around his man, plays it to Diarra, who turns wonderfully, and Ibrahim Diarra gets the assist from Felix Agu, and he does make it Tabor Sezana 1, Mura 0. And obviously Murillo's got a little bit of competition breathing down his neck now with Goranek coming into the squad. He looks like a really good player, so he is someone that is going to have to learn the position though. So what we'll do now is just bring him on so you can see that obviously he's a centre mid by trade. We're retraining him to play defensive midfielder. Obviously, we had to do the same for Murillo. That worked really well. So we're obviously going to try and do the same. You might be thinking, why not just play Auberjon up top? The option there we would need to drop one of the 3 other non-EU players, whether that's maybe Alison Faye in midfield and stick with play Egan Riley, or one of the wingers and play Emre Moore. It's definitely a shout. But we'll see how we go with obviously with what we've got at the minute with Irabiso. He's always been quite decent. Zizek then plays in Irabiso, who gets the one-on-one. I think he might have just been offside though. He does put it in the back of the net, but I think he might have just been offside. If he's not, we'll definitely make some final changes. Somehow he wasn't offside. I don't know how he wasn't offside, but apparently he wasn't, which is great. We will make some changes. We'll bring Imre Moore on for his debut. He'll come on for Diarra, and we'll take a look at Kankar. We'll move Irabiso into pressing forward, and we'll bring Sandy Kankar on for his debut. More of an attacking midfielder by trade, but we can try playing him as an advanced forward, see how he goes. Again, he's probably going to be taken off very early every game, but we don't want to just do that. We want to try and give him some time, because that's the league rule. And I imagine in real life you have to probably keep them on all game, but in Football Manager you can just sub them off. So a little bit weird there, but we'll try and keep them on for as long as possible. But we're not going to sacrifice our league title run for that. But Pajaro plays through Emre Moore on his debut. Can he find Kankar? He can't, but he can find Egan Riley, who finishes very nicely, and that does make it 3-0. And we do go, of course, back to top of the league with this win. And Kankar is quite a short little player, so we'll see how he gets on playing up front. Don't think we'll be knocking the ball up to him anytime soon, but as long as he runs around, he's only 17, so he's got plenty of time to get better. We will take a little look at the loan market. I think we are still just before deadline day. Slovenia is a little bit different. It ends around sort of February time, but Emery Moore picks up the ball, looks for an option forward, finds Irabiso. Can he play in Kankar? Can he get a debut goal? That would be something special. Pajaro now looking for an option, goes to Goranak on his debut, plays to Pajaro, who cuts lovely, very well done inside. John David Pajaro makes it 4, and we are definitely back to winning ways. We're just so inconsistent. We just we'll lose a game, we'll win a few. We are very inconsistent, but I do think we've definitely got the makings of a title winning side. Season preview wise, since we've made, oh my God, Kankar. Oh, Kankar on his debut hits the bar from a mile out as well. He hit that well. Fair play. Fair play. If he does that, he can stay in. We won't just sub him off straight away. But yeah, what was I going to say? I can't remember what I was going to say now. What was I going to say? Well, the other thing that was on my mind that I had to say, we've actually been offered a new contract at the club, which we, of course, have accepted, as we have had no interest anywhere else, and we're still obviously building up here at Tabor, Sezana. We've got lots to do, lots of work to be done, lots of titles and cups we could win and build our reputation up. There, it's got to be offside. He's got to be offside. Linesman's got his flag up. He's offside. We'll listen to the VAR, but he's definitely offside there. Yeah, so obviously we've got work to do. I think we may or may not win the league this year, so it would be good to obviously win a league, the top division. But we're only 1.5-star manager. It's unlikely we're really going to be getting many job offers anyway. I would say usually I find it's around a 3-star manager is when you might start getting to some offers. So we've definitely got a bit of work to do. Obviously we'll do our national A license next season. That'll give us a little bit of a rep boost. But this is why I don't like to just bash out the coaching badges one after the other, because your reputation just flies up, and I just don't feel like that's realistic. You would need a few years in the game doing well. Obviously we've done really well, but we also have that sacking on our record, so it's definitely you've got that kind of stamp on you that you have been sacked, wrongfully so. I do think we were wrongfully so. And I forgot to say, Energetic actually got relegated anyway, so nothing to do with me. It was the points deduction. I was doing really well. Why have I told them I'm not happy? Oh, I misclicked. I was meant to do the... No, they're unsure. Oh, right. Leave it. That was my bad. Oh, God. Oh, are they upset? No. Apparently they're unhappy with the amount of defensive midfielders we have, but I don't know why. We've got Faye, we've got Egan Riley, we've got Murillo. I guess once Gal Goranek relearns the role, we'll be fine. But yeah, I didn't mean to do that. That was a mistake. Mistake on the clicking. Right, we'll come back for a big fixture against Olympia. This is very important for the title race. So for our second game of the episode, we are away to Olympia. Big fixture in the title challenge. We have changed the team a little bit just due to obviously the loans leaving. So Milicic and Vogrincic have gone. We have gone back into Vogrincic. Weirdly enough, since he's gone back, they're actually willing to loan him out again. They wanted a mandatory future fee, but I've managed to get it as a really high optional, so we definitely won't be taking it. But about 575k or something. So obviously we're not going to take that. We will play Kankar for this. Obviously this is a huge game. We will sub him off straight away. Ibrahim Diarra has picked up a knock, so Obrajan's able to come into the side, so we'll just chuck him on straight away for Kankar. The rest of the team remains the same. Obviously, Emery Moore comes in for the injured Diarra. Other than that, the team is the same. Again, it's unfortunate for Kankar, but if it was against anyone else in the league, I would probably let him play 20, 30, 45 minutes. But when it's a top of the table clash, we have to game it and take him off straight away. These are on cracking form, and there we go. We can take him off straight away. Not like Obrajan's been any good anyway, but we obviously need to give him match time whenever one of the other EU players are unavailable. Yeah, this is huge. I mean, a draw would probably be okay. You'd rather win. Of course, you'd rather win. But if you offered me a draw now, given the form they've been on, and we're away from home, I'd probably take it. I would probably take it. But we'll see how Emery Moore gets on. Obviously, he's not played a lot of football recently, so quite a lot to ask him to start this kind of big fixture. But hey, he needs to do it. Obviously, we have renewed contracts on a couple of players, but we'll talk about that once this highlight is done. But we're okay. So Moretti's his contract's been renewed. I think a couple other players have been renewed. There is obviously some players leaving at the end of the season, which we will cover when we get to it. But the likes of Zizek, he's also had a new deal. Trying to think who else has been on a new deal. I'm not sure. I think we actually might have offered new deals to a couple of players who've left the club. So in the end, it hasn't really mattered. It hasn't really mattered because they've left anyway. But yeah, Zizek and own goal from Kvelj. I could just see it was going to happen. There was no one in the box. I was like, why is this a highlight? I could just see it was going to happen. That makes Olympia go 2 points clear at the top. That's not great. It's not really good. We are looking well clear of fourth, which is ideal. But yeah, not looking good. And I do wonder where the goal scorers are going to come from because Auberjon hasn't scored yet. And neither has... Obviously, Emre Mor's only just joined. And Olympia, it's basically 2 own goals because it's taken a huge deflection and they do go 2-0 up. This is where I'm starting to see a bit of a gap in quality now. We are over halfway in the season, so I do think we're obviously a European side. I think that's not up for debate, but we aren't looking good. Emre Mor's having a stinker. He's having a real stinker. So is Kvelj. They're both going to have to come off. We'll bring Moretti on for Kvelj, and we will bring Shaibu on for Emre Mor. Shaibu is out of contract. Shaibu is also another one who has renewed his contract. He actually took a wage cut, which is really good. So he's on slightly less money, which is really good. But we are not looking good today. Auberjon is just such not a good footballer, is he? He's really bad. This is why he doesn't get in. This is why he doesn't get in the side. Agu's having a really poor game as well. And he's quite a good player, so... I think we are just being outplayed today, which is a shame. But it does keep it interesting because obviously we don't want to run away. Well, I mean, we'd love to run away with it, but you know what I mean, for content. For content's sake, you don't really want to just run away with it. So it is going to be a tight run affair. You never know. We could, hopefully, I mean, they're not infallible. They have lost quite a few games this year themselves. I thought they were going to go 3-0 up. This is a big statement, though, if they could beat us because, yeah, it does put them top of the pack, but... It's still within reach. It's still, we're only 2 points behind. You know, you win one, they lose one, you're back top. So absolutely no, I was going to say it's absolutely not out of our way, but Agba's scored again. He's not scored all season, but he scored twice against us. Football manager things, isn't it? We do go 3-0 down. It's not looking good. We'll have to make some changes. But we've got another highlight that we need to see out first before we decide on anything. Really bad from our lot. Just really, really poor across the board. Not really sure what's gone wrong. We've just let them in far too many times. And just too many poor performances. That's basically the end of it. We are a little bit light at fullback now. We only have Agu and Danuzzo, so we really don't have much options when it comes to putting, obviously, other players there. Other players can fill in there, but in terms of natural fullbacks, we are a little bit light. Shaibu gets a foul, but as Zizek picks up the ball, can he try and find someone? I mean, I just want to see Pajaro. It's a great effort, but unfortunately, he does hit the bar, doesn't go over the line. I just want to see Auberjon score because he should be a good player. His value's good and all this, but he just doesn't seem to do it. If he doesn't turn it around before the summer, I might just move him on and hopefully get some money in for him because he has good value. So, but we'll have to be careful, obviously. Ideally, we'll be able to get Vogrinčić back from his loan, another loan for him, and then we at least have an under-21 player in the squad who, you know, can play well. That's really poor from Bernardo, really showing his age today. We will make a couple final changes. Not that I think it's going to matter, but we'll do it anyway. We'll put Zizek onto the wing, swap him round. Put Shaibu on left, put Irabiso on, and yeah, we'll bring Goranak on. He might as well get some game time, trying to learn that position. Yeah, really poor from us. Really, just totally outbeaten. We are still 5 points clear of third, though, so we're okay. 14 points clear of fourth. So we're definitely going to finish in Europe this year. Otherwise, it would be a massive fall off if we didn't. But Olympia, yeah, they're in great form and really showing why they do win the league quite a lot because they've been very, very good here. I think they may have a younger, fitter squad than us. Not that we have an old squad, but we haven't got the best back line. And one of our centre backs is 36, and he's really slow. And I think that's really cost us. Most of the time, it's fine because teams don't seem to play in behind. They seem to play. Oh, it's never a foul. Oh, this is just where you're not doing well and things just start to go against you. That is not a foul. I don't think he even touched him. That's getting given as well. VR's giving it. Wow. I mean, we're getting hammered today. We're getting a hammering. Oh, Casilla didn't even bother. He didn't even bother trying to dive. Blanco puts it in. This is 10th of the season. Olympia are smashing us. Not good. Really shocker from Agu. He's on a red. That means you're doing really bad. Oh god, it's not over. Just end it. I just want it to end. I want to go get me dinner. At this point now, I'm getting hungry. Oh, I just want it to end. This is horrible. We haven't been leathered in. I don't think we've ever been leathered at this club because we were really good in the second division. Almost went invincible. Yeah, this is the first time I think we've been on the end of a proper spanking. But we have been beaten well by Olympia 4-0. Really poor from us. Perhaps the poor team talk last time out has affected the boys. But, I mean, look at that goal difference there. Yeah. I think we need to draw the expectations back a little bit because we are perhaps not good enough to win the league just yet. But I think we're doing okay. I mean, overall, how many have we even lost? Yeah, we've lost 5. Obviously, Olympia really only lost the 3. All right. Well, that's just the way it goes, I guess. Where should we come back? See, we've played kind of all the teams now. So we don't really need to do much. Just trying to think where would be good. It's probably not far enough yet in the cup to come back. Maybe if you come back for like a semi or something, you would come back for that. But round of 16, nah, we'll skip that. Kelj and Mura we've played recently. Don't really need to come back for that. Maybe, yeah, you know what? We'll come back for pretty much what we've almost done today. We'll come back for Ramdolj and Olympia because that at least gets us probably second to last episode of the season. Maybe third last if we get far in the cup. We'd obviously do a final as well. But that's good, and then we can probably do Bravo Domjal as the last episode. Or is that too far? Is that too many games? Just trying to think where would be good to come back. To be honest, it is a lot of games, but I think it's a good place to come back because that's really the title's probably going to go. We're probably going to go first, second. We'll probably bounce back and forth. So we will. All right, we'll pencil it in as Ramdolj Olympia, but if we maybe get like a quarterfinal of the cup or something, we might come back for that as well. Or if something else changes, or if we really start doing well. Or, if there's some other permutation. Otherwise, yeah, we'll come back for Ramdolj Olympia, unless something happens in these games that's more interesting than that. But I just think we'll probably win most of these. They'll probably win most of theirs. So it probably won't really change between then and there. So, yeah, I think that's the idea. And then after that, we could do the last 2 games of the season and potentially even a cup game. You never know. Like I say, if we get to a quarterfinal of the cup or semi-final, if that comes in between these games, then we might come back for that instead. But that's the plan. So thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed this episode of the European Journeyman, and I'll see you all for more very soon.